be in.
Yep, the Braves, maybe the Dodgers, and the Nationals, I guess. Those are the four, all National League teams.
It's most of the NL East, honestly. Honestly, you could put all of the NL East except the Marlins.
Right.
Yep.
I'd still put the Dodgers in that category.
I don't put the Mets in that category either. They don't spend that kind of money for some reason.
No, they
with
went
that pitching
all value.
staff that they had. But with that pitching staff that they had, if they were to add, a big bat or two, that team would be unbelievable. But
yeah, well,
they're
getting killed right now. They lost they'd won 2 out of
8
their
of
last
9.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it's like they're like going to hell already. Something about that franchise, they just can't. They got a new manager, new training staff, so you'd think that things would be fine, but DeGrom's having issues and they're just not playing well. So
yeah, well, Mickey Callaway forgot the order of the lineup yesterday, so that was pretty good, huh?
That's like
that's incredible.
A John Farrell moment, that's a pants on the ground moment. I guess what happened was they listed it wrong in the dugout or whatever, and it didn't match the lineup cards that they gave to the umpire, and
like an idiot.
Cabrera went up to bat, and it just, embarrassing.
You have one job.
Exactly. I guess it's technically the bench coach that goes down for that one, but yeah. So, well, all right, we're literally right now at the hour mark, so I guess we'll wrap. We covered quite a bit.
Ohtani just homered again.
Ohtani did?
5th of the year.
Oh, nice. Yep. He hasn't been pitching very well, though. At least last I checked.
No.
But if he'll hit like that, though, they'll take that anyway. So
that was a bomb too. Well,
yeah, and they're playing Minnesota.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rodney's one of my closers, so that's probably not going to happen tonight anyway. Yeah, I tried so hard to trade for one, but I just couldn't. We couldn't make the second player in the deal work. So I got stuck with Rodney on the waiver wire.
I just traded for a closer.
Yeah, I got Neris from this other guy. I had to give up Ozuna, but I got Tommy Pham in the deal. So
that's not bad. Tommy Pham's a good player.
Yeah, I gave up Barrios and then Ozuna for Pham and then Neris, and it's worked out all right. Barrios just wasn't consistent enough for me, and I was last in saves. So anyway, I could talk fantasy all night.
Strikeouts tonight.
Who does?
He only had 2 strikeouts tonight. Barrios.
Oh, did he?
5 innings, 5 in the third, 7 hits, 5 earned runs.
Oh, good.
He's
not my problem now. Yeah, he was doing that every other game. He'd give up 4, 5, 6 runs, and then the game in between, he'd pitch well and have maybe a double-digit strikeout night. And I got so sick of it. I got rid of Alex Wood too. He just not having a good year, and that's not a good team to give him run support and all that. So.
That Dodgers team sucks.
Yeah, terrible. I picked the Diamondbacks to win that division too, so I'm looking pretty good. I picked the Twins to beat the Indians.
I'm an idiot. I picked the Dodgers.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah, it's hard not to, but I didn't trust Kershaw's health, and he is on the DL, and Turner I think had already been injured at that point, so that was
right.
I had the benefit of knowing that, and I just
Seager.
Oh yeah,
icing on the cake.
Just a dumpster fire. Yeah, that team is this year with injuries. So yeah, but anyway, Austin, why don't you tell us what's going on with double coverage?
Next week we have a little double coverage episode called Larry and the Mets. It's basically Chipper Jones' dominance of the New York Mets. It's a little documentary episode.
Oh, nice. I'll definitely listen to that. I love stuff like that. You must be talking some basketball still, I would imagine.
Yeah, it's almost over there, so.
Yeah, Celtics
Once basketball season's over, I'll be a happy kid.
How are the Celtics going to do against the Cavs?
I think they beat them.
Really?
That's an unpopular opinion.
Whoa!
I think that's an extremely unpopular opinion, but...
Because of Rozier and Tatum?
more so Brad Stevens. Brad Stevens is just so good at his job at finding the weakness in that team and masking the weaknesses of his own team. You gotta have somebody to stop LeBron. I mean, he's getting older, and I know that's obviously unpopular, but I think the Celtics win in 7.
Nice. I like it. If we could just get to a final, that would be huge, given all the injuries. Hayward and Kyrie. I'm not a basketball guy, so I don't want to sound like I know what I'm talking about. But I listened to a little bit of it on the radio, and yeah, that'd be cool.
The problem is whoever comes out of the East is just going to get whacked by the West.
Yeah. Golden State, I would assume.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or Houston. Houston's a good ball club, too.
They're both just head and shoulders of the East.
And Kawhi Leonard, does he play for Houston?
No, he plays for San Antonio.
Oh, San Antonio. Okay. Yeah.
James Harden plays for Houston.
Yeah.
Okay, my bad. See, I told you I didn't know what I was talking about. Yeah. Okay. And Tyler, I would imagine that all is quiet with you. Well, actually, you might. Do you cover any NHL playoffs on yours?
Yeah, we do some playoffs. So we got a big draft coming up for the Wings. So we got the number 6 overall pick. So it's pretty important that we get that right.
Okay.
But I've been watching a lot of the playoffs, and I've been watching a lot of the NBA playoffs. So I mean, it's been interesting. The Sealy household.
Yeah, and they can find. Where can they find your podcast?
You can find the podcast on iTunes. It's just Winged Octopus if you really care about listening to what we have to say about the Red Wings. Other than that, you can see my Red Sox stuff, since we're talking Red Sox here, on Twitter at YouBetsBelieve. So, I mean, my unpopular opinions are on there, and you can chime in whenever you'd like.
Well, it's not like mine are either, sometimes. Yeah, and Austin, where do you have yours listed?
My what?
Your podcast.
Oh, the double coverage.
Where can they find it?
It's on iTunes, and that's about it for now. But it's at Double Coverage Pod on Twitter, and you can find me at Cap Hartsfield on Twitter.
Okay. All right, outstanding. So I guess we'll wrap on that. All eyes will be on Price on Saturday. That'll be the highlight of my weekend. And if he gets the shit kicked out of him.
What time is that game at?
Yeah. I will cry the smallest river if he doesn't get out of the first or second inning. I'm not saying I'm going to celebrate it, but I'll cry the smallest river.
No, you'll celebrate it. I fucking told you.
I am a bit of a degenerate. Yeah, I'll take Velasquez starting over him any day at this point. So, or Stephen Wright, for crying out loud. He's coming back. Maybe he'll beat the Toronto lineup and slap them around a little bit. But anyway, all right, you guys have a good night. Thanks for doing this late. This is the latest I've ever been. I don't even know if I'm going to go to bed at this point, to be honest with you. But have a good night, guys. And thanks for talking some Red Sox with me. Have a good night.
Yeah, thanks for having us on.
Thank you, Terry.
Tyler Sealy and Austin Hartsfield. I highly doubt many of you are still with me on Periscope at this point, but got into a lot of it. I don't think I hammered Price as hard as I really wanted to. I was kind of jumping all around with it, but I think he lied through his teeth. I don't think he's really hurt. I think he's a head case, and I just think he's finding ways to not, embarrass himself, in front of national audiences like what would have been the case Wednesday night on ESPN. So anyway, Sox play the Blue Jays this weekend one last time. Chris Sale tomorrow versus Aaron Sanchez. David Price versus Marco Estrada on Saturday. Drew Pomeranz and Marcus Stroman Sunday afternoon. So we'll be back Sunday night, maybe with a new co-host. I'm kind of at the end of that process right now. Got about a dozen or so candidates lined up to join me on here. So we'll see how that pans out. And again, we'll catch you Sunday evening.
The kind of a family, wherever I roam, up and way home, that is where I long to be. I'm a member of the Red Sox Nation, it's a kind of insanity. Yeah, I live and die with Red Sox pride for eternity. My mama told me bedtime tales about number 9. My dad taught me how Yastrzemski tracked down flies. Dirty Water, Tessie, and Sweet Caroline. Now I sing them